Hello, bros. We're back with another book haul. Half of these this side, all from last Wednesday, and these were from this Monday. There's more over yonder, but I'm not going to include those in this haul. The Witch House and Other Tales Our Settlers Told by Joseph and Edith Raskin. Strange stories are told in the American colonies. The whole town is terrified by mysterious and ghostly noises, but none of the townspeople can see anything. A man sent to buy a goose for New Year's Day finds buried pirate treasure instead. A farmer sees his pig walking on their hind legs and shaking hands. Who's behind this mischief? Here are 14 tales of magic and mystery from colonial times. When fears and superstitions went hand in hand. This is Scholastic. This actually looks like a pretty good book. I wonder if it's available in hardcover. I'd like to read it, but I don't want to break the spine reading it on this channel, so I probably won't. Divided Self by R.D. Laing. I have two books by R.D. Laing. Not R.D. Laing, but R.D. Laing. As you can see, it was a 60-cent book. I don't know why I know why they did it, because it's easier to scan them than punch in the price, so they started putting labels on every book, which I do not like. But these two Laing books are each worth money, and I'll probably sell them. Sell both of them for $20. It would be great, since I paid 60 cents and 90 cents. $1.15, sell them for 20. Make about $12. That's worth it. No, it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but the effort to resell them is minimal. 10-minute list. Takes about 5 minutes to wrap the books. Not bad. About $50 an hour when you figure it that way. Let's rip stickers off together. Let's do it. This is great. I probably wouldn't have picked up these R.D. Laing books, but there were a few books that I wanted at this thrift store, which I usually get about 5 or 6 every week from the same thrift store. It's one of my decent hauls, but I usually wouldn't look at a book like R.D. Laing, but I happen to, and it seems like his books are sought after. Read It Again Books, Grand River, Novi, Michigan. Nice little extra piece of ephemera. I don't know if that book store even exists anymore. But I plan to sell this book. Make a few bucks to buy more books. Self and Others. And The Divided Self. I think they're part of a series about the self, obviously. Obviously, are self-help books. This is a case study of a schizophrenic person. It should probably be a good read, actually. But I can only read so many books. This book, on the other hand, I bought simply for the dust jacket. Mylar dust jacket, that is, which is on there. And I shall remove another book mark, but this one not so impressive. Thought this book might have been vintage, but turns out not to be, since it has a barcode. I guess it's somewhat vintage, but not vintage. they make it look. It's got to look like it's a 1950s jacket, but obviously it's not with a ISBN on it. Great Lakes Crime, More Murder, Mayhem, Booze, and Broads. Second edition by Frederick Stonehouse of this series, Crime 2. The title really says it all, especially the murder, mayhem, booze, and broads part. Everybody likes reading about the seamy side of life, the stuff the old Police Gazette only hinted at, and that's what this book is all about. Chicago has been called the only completely corrupt city in America. Oh, I thought it was just the Great Lakes and not just Chicago. Kind of. All right, it's got Detroit in there too. That's what I was hoping. Hey, that's the model from the other book. All right. One of the more gloomy books in the history of books about Russia. What the hell's on here? Sticker residues. Absorbing whatever the hell this is. Get the hell off there. All right, I gotta stop that. Unfortunately, this was only volume 1, but I looked it up, and this edition is worth about $8 or $9. So it was a good trade-off for a 60-cent book. Plus, I've read this book previously, and it's a great book. Well, grim, but great. These other books, 5 in a series, were purchased at a Step thrift store. 3 of the books were 99 cents at half price, so they were 50, and then the other were $1.99. So $1, so $4 total for all these. I think 1, 2, 3, yeah, $4 total. These are 1950, I believe, or is it 60? In Shining Armor of My Bookhouse, edited by Olive Beaupre Miller, The Bookhouse for Children, Chicago. 1954. No, this is 54, 26 printing. But they're basically mostly just fairy tales and such, but they got lots of great illustrations. In Shining Armor. Yeah, can't beat it for $1 or $2 each. Probably only worth about 6 or 7 each, but I still traded up. Get the whole series. Flip it if I need to. Keep it if I don't. Yeah, these are great illustrations, especially the colored ones. My Bookhouse from the Tower Window. And these are just quality books. Same sort of stuff. A Perfect Night, Geoffrey Chaucer. Heroic Adventure. The Treasure Chest. 1954. What's that, 70 years old? Yeah, 70-year-old books that are in amazing shape. Thor, I Am the God Thor. I didn't know Longfellow wrote about Thor. Trains are very active tonight. Through fairy halls. Nice illustration. Very nice. Moon and the Pumpkin, judging by appearances. Emily Polson. An old jack-o'-lantern lay on the ground. He looked at the moon man, yellow and round. The old jack-o'-lantern gazed and he gazed, and still as he looked, he grew more amazed. Then said jack-o'-lantern, how can it be? That fellow up there looks so much like me. I suppose he must be a brother of mine. And somebody cut him, too, from the vine. He looks very grand up there in the sky, but I know just how 'twill be by and by. He's proud of his shining, I have no doubt, but just wait until his candle goes out. Brilliant. Brilliant. Lovely. Halls of Fame. Down by the River Avon, William Shakespeare. Our last volume, Hall of Fame, gives boys and girls, through interesting stories of the lives of authors, a large view of the sweep of English and American literature. It'd be great if, what's her name was in there? Edith Southworth, but I doubt it. Oh, so this is the last one. That's index. Nice. Robert Southey's in here, but no Edith Southworth. I don't believe these had the index, did they? No. I think only the last one does. My Book House. All right, bruv. That's it for that. As you can see, they're labeled 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe I have 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's that. Goodbye, bruv.